Welcome back. I thought I would do just a quick video showing my new Divine Feminine sacred space. So there are a few things in myself that I want to continue to work on for this 2017. And there are a few changes in my personality that I've noticed as of late that I don't like. And so I know that there are some things I need to work through, and I know where some of these things stem from. So, in an effort to try to work through these things, that's part of the reason why I've created this space. I need to reconnect with the Divine Feminine. And so that's what this space is dedicated to. At any time, there might be, it might just be dedicated to one goddess. Right now, I have it set up so that it just incorporates the Divine Feminine kind of as a whole. There's more to the Divine Feminine to me than just what's represented here, but just more of an amalgamation of her energies. So what I've done is I've put up some imagery of some goddesses. So here I have Tara, and she will help me. I found that I don't know if less compassionate is what I mean to say, but that's how I feel sometimes. So I'm going to work with her in regards to compassion. And I have, oh, why did I put my hand over the candle? I have an image of the goddess Isis here. These cards are from the, is it the Goddess Tarot Oracle, or the Mythical Goddess Oracle? I can't quite remember the name of the deck off the top of my head right now, but I'll put it somewhere, whether it's in the info box or in here, the video somewhere. But I picked Goddess Isis, and I will be focusing more on her as a mother goddess, which in a way that's how I honor her anyway, is more in her mothering aspect than any other aspect of Isis. I have other goddesses here who I have not worked with before, but these are things in my life that I want to work on and incorporate in myself. And so I have Pachamama here, and she, in this card, represents her in her healing aspect. And I am working to heal certain areas in my life. Some I have been working on for the past couple of years in doing shadow work, and that's been coming along great. But I feel like, I mean, there's more I need to work on, but I feel like I need healing as a whole, like an overall healing to work on myself. So I know that one will probably be in the background, so to speak, of everything else that I do. So I have Pachamama here, and then here I have Artemis, and this card represents selfhood, and I need to work more on myself as an individual. For the last few years, I've been more of a wife, mother. Well, mother first, wife second. My husband knows. Kids come first. But I found that is now my core identity. And I don't hate that about myself. And I love the fact that I put my children before myself. But I do so almost to the detriment of myself, where I won't take care of myself, which is why I have my, I'm sorry, I have a cold. My power word for the year is self-care. And I'll probably talk more about that in a later video. But What I'm looking to do is balance all of these things in myself. So balance the mother aspect of me with other aspects. So that's why I want to work on selfhood, recognizing myself and having my own separate identity, so to speak. And then here I have the goddess Oshun and sensuality. Now, in this deck, there's also a card for sexuality, but this aspect is what I want to work with. Things more sensual. It doesn't have to be of a sexual nature. You know, many of those who have followed me over the years know I was raised Catholic, and the Catholic religion is very much about repression, especially for women. And I've never learned how to really truly break through those kind of ties. And I want to be more of a sensual being. I want to be able to experience things more, those sexual energies, but also on a sensory level, you know, just experience things with more depth. Anyway, so that's what that means to me. So I'll be working with the goddess Oshun as well. Now, some of these goddesses, as I've not worked with them before, I will be researching them more to find out more about them. And while I might not honor them perhaps in like how they were in ancient ways, or maybe not quite like how they're honored now, I do try to take some aspects of that to incorporate into my practice. And so that's what I'll be doing throughout the year. This altar will be changing. It will be, I'm going to say, transforming. And so there might be other goddess energies I'll be working with. And sometimes when I feel needed, it might be just one that's focused on. And so everything will change in response to that. But this space is dedicated for just goddess energies, for feminine energies. So that's what the focus is going to be here in this sacred space. So I have 2 candles to illuminate the area, and then I have here some crystals because I'll be working more with crystals this year. And these are the ones I'm going to focus on. I don't want to overwhelm myself with a bunch of different things. So what I've done is I've selected crystals that I am already familiar with. And actually I might switch out this amethyst since I have this amethyst chunk here. Or might switch out this chunk with another chunk. I haven't quite decided yet. But since I have some crystals that I'm familiar, or a couple that I'm familiar with, it won't seem so overwhelming to me. So I'll be getting reacquainted with those I'm already acquainted with. And I will be learning about those that I might not know much about, or I know only a little bit about. So one of the books I'll be using is here. Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Crystal Gems and Metal Magics. And I also have Judy Hall's Crystal Bible and some other crystal books, but I won't be using those because mainly those are geared towards healing. So I just want to work on just learning and working with a few crystals at a time. So here I have an amethyst chunk here, and then I have a rose quartz. I also picked this because I want to connect more with love and compassion, and not romantic love. I think we're pretty solid on that, but more of me loving others, especially those who are working my last nerve right now, and I want to exude more compassion, but not just outwardly. I want to feel it inside. I've not been feeling very compassionate, I guess, or understanding, or you know. Anyways, so we have this amethyst chunk, rose quartz, another piece of amethyst. I have here fluorite. Fluorite, if I'm not mistaken, can help with stresses in your life, which I have a lot of right now. And also, I think it helps to bring balance to the mind and emotional and the physical body. It helps to balance things, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, this is one of the ones that I'm slightly familiar with, but not quite. So that's one of the ones I'll really be learning about here. And then here I have a cherry quartz, which I don't know anything about. This is a recent purchase, actually, which I was going to do a haul video. Maybe I still will, and I might not show this in there since I'm showing it here, but I have this cherry quartz, but I don't know. I just felt like I should just have it here, so it's there. And then here I have a selenite wand, and at first I was going to use, oh, if I can find it. First I was going to have this rose quartz wand. But I don't know. I kind of felt like I wanted selenite here, especially because selenite is representative of moon energies, moon energies connected with the goddess Selene, though I don't have a representation up here with her, but it is associated with goddess energy, and so I felt that selenite would be better here. And plus I already have a rose quartz, so and then here I have the Goddess Oracle, the Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue. And so this will be the Oracle deck I'll be using here in this space. These are just, you know, I haven't worked with this deck in quite some time. And I used to work with this all the time. I loved this deck. And I loved the fact there was just so many goddess representations from different religions and different cultures. And so this was one of my first, this wasn't my first Oracle deck, but this was one of the first I got. Maybe it was my second. Up here on my windowsill are some more things that I have my well, this is Palo Santo wood and my shell, which I use to clear my space before working. I have a singing bowl here, which I will sometimes also use either to clear the space or before beginning meditation. So I have here a moonstone. This is a worry stone. Moonstone, which again is goddess energies. I have a stone says love here. This is more for well, for negative energies, for releasing negative energies. This is black tourmaline, and then a quartz, which would also help amplify the black tourmaline. This is a tourmalated quartz. So I have that. And here's another incense burner I have. And her wings broke off again. I tried to fix it before and it came off again. So I'm going to try to glue it again. Maybe I'll use a stronger glue. I have that E6000 or 3000 or whatever the heck. Here I have, this is a gold stone, but I have it here because it's happiness. And then here I just have a bunch of just random crystals, really. Sometimes I'll just have crystals in here that I just want to charge. It is in front of a window, but the shades are closed, so there's not a lot of sunlight that comes in that would really, you know, fade the crystals. So I have like a heart rose quartz here. I have like citrine here. Here is a yellow calcite, yellow or orange? Calcite. Another citrine piece here, and a garnet piece. Some carnelian. Some of these pieces actually were charging. I use these as offerings to the goddess Isis on my main altar. So I used aventurine for her because these are crystals that were sacred to her in ancient Egypt, as well as the malachite. And then here I have a sunstone. I don't know if you can see it that well. But there's a sunstone there and another piece of aventurine. These smaller pieces I keep in a box that is just for Isis. And I keep crystals that I'm using as offerings to her in there. Sometimes I use incense as offerings. So this is my Divine Feminine altar. And my goal is to come here every day, even if it's just for a couple of minutes a day. You know, during the weekdays, it's very, very hard because we come home and it's, you know, it's late already. You know, it's time to get dinner ready, get the girls ready to get down, put the baby down. You know, my husband and I try to watch some TV together, something that is just us time. You know, and so, and then by that time, I'm just kind of in a vegging state where I just need to unwind. So, I don't always get to do the things I would like to do, spend time connecting with deity like I would like to, or enhancing my spiritual practice. But for this year, I want to at least find a few minutes in a day to connect. So this is going to be my space to connect to, at least to connect to feminine energies. Even if I don't have full time to honor at my main altar. So that's what this is. So thank you for watching and blessed be.